Hi guys, welcome to the channel. We are on devotion number 37, and this one is titled Good Shepherd. The scripture comes from John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. Maybe you heard before that Jesus is the good shepherd. Ever wonder what that means? Jesus explains in John 10:7-16. So Jesus again said to them, Truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. All who come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And I have other sheep that are not of this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock and one shepherd. We are the sheep, and Jesus is the shepherd. He watches over us and sits at the door, making sure that we're safe. Have you had a hard time hearing from God lately? Sometimes it seems that God goes silent on us, and we're left wandering around like lost sheep. But maybe, just maybe, He is waiting for us to really listen, to sit by His side all hours of every day and practice listening and tuning into His voice. As we want, or as we as wandering sheep, we need the shepherd. He guards the door and keeps us safe. When He calls us, we listen and follow Him. We need to know His voice. Know that whether or not you are hearing from Him, the Good Shepherd is always there, tenderly caring for you and longing for you to wholeheartedly lean into Him for all your wants, needs, hopes, and dreams. And for this one, I feel like what I know is talking about how God leads us, and we are to guide. We are to be led by Him, and He guides us in the ways that He knows that we should guide, that we should go. And we, as His sheep, we listen to Him. Like, the sheep only gonna listen to their master. Like, if this master been around them for so long, well, no, not that master, that shepherd. If the sheep been around this shepherd for so long, they only gonna do what He say because they trust Him, and they know that their shepherd not gonna lead them wrong or lead them astray in no type of way. And we as shepherds, as sheep, we are God's sheep. He's our shepherd, and we are to follow Him and to listen to His word and to hear His voice. But to know His voice, you have to be in your word, because God can be talking to you and you won't even know it's Him because you haven't been in the Word and you don't understand or know what He's saying. And the only way to understand Him is to be in His Word and to read His Word. And like it said, there'll be some people who will come to steal, kill, and destroy, and that'll be like the sheep, the wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, if people disguise, and you'll think that they mean good by you, or like they're of God, and they turn out not to be. They're the total opposite. They sent by the enemy to try to pull you away from your shepherd, because they don't want you to live right, and they don't want you to follow God, and they don't want you to do what they know is right, because like He said, He is the way, and through Him you will answer. He is the only way we're going to get into heaven. So we have to follow Him and let Him be our shepherd and know that He's leading us in the right direction. And like I said, sometimes we may feel like He's distant, but He always there. Like, sometimes I feel like we take God's silence as Him not being there, but sometimes His silence is our answer. Like, He telling us to wait on Him. And when we hear His voice, then we'll know to move. And you just have to be careful of the wolf in sheep clothing, and that comes in with your discernment, and reading your word and being in God. Because I really feel like you're not going to understand what He's telling you, and you're not going to know His voice unless you are, in your word. Because how you going to learn a man and know to trust your shepherd if you don't know nothing about Him? And the only way to know about Him is to read your word and build that relationship with Him. What else? Yeah, like he said, I am the door of the sheep. Like he our way in, and he tells it many times throughout the Bible. But you got this says, after glimpsing this picture of Jesus, do you see yourself in the pasture with the other sheep, or are you a wanderer? When the good shepherd speaks, can you hear him? When you learn his voice and listen for when he calls, follow him and let him lead you to what's next. And like he said, like are you a wanderer? And I feel like that's a person that God is trying to talk to, and you halfway got a relationship with him. Like you hear what he's saying, but you kind of lost still, because you haven't fully committed and surrendered and gave yourself to him. So you're in the pasture, but you're wandering because you not fully listening to your shepherd. And it says, do you hear his voice and can you hear him speaking to you? Like a lot of times, like I said before, you will hear him, but you won't understand it because you haven't been in your word and you haven't been learning about your shepherd. And like, cause how you gonna know? You don't know to trust him if you haven't built a relationship with him. And you know that's, you gotta do that through your word and by giving, surrendering to him, and putting him ahead of everything in your life. So yeah, that was devotion number 37. Good shepherd. He is a good shepherd. I got a lot of testimonies coming for y'all, so y'all just stay tuned. And I'll see y'all in devotion number 38.